What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Aggro Cast. We're here today with another Gold League Legends game. We have our two protagonists familiar to the channel. We have Frankie Dukes, actually on the Zushi's Legacy today. And his teammate will be Schlangbang, normally on the English, but today will be on the Ayubids. They will be going up against Bodo Glimt, the Red Chinese, and Milker, the Purple Byzantine. Everyone doing a very good job of playing their Civ's colors today. You always like to see that. Keeps things very easy to follow. Looks like our Zushi player will be going over to the deer, but collecting the sheep. Did rally his villager out here, and he's going to go get that deer now. You got to be careful when you collect the deer early, because you're going to get less tax gold coming in, as these villagers will sit here for a long time picking up these deer. We have our House of Wisdom coming up early for our Ubid player. Sushi player getting his house up before the next villager comes out. Let's check in on the Chinese. He's on berries. Interesting strategy early. Usually, if you're playing Chinese, you want to grab these sheep, bring them over here, collect the sheep while you supervise this mill, but that's okay. Byzantine player going with one cistern, gonna collect the sheep. All is normal over here. Let's check out the map for a second here. First off, we have this nice natural wood line for our protagonist today. If you are under attack, you can quickly wall up this spot and this spot. But then obviously you would want to take some space over here. A lot of stone on this side of the map, with most of the gold being on the right side. Let's look at see if our teams try to take this right side of the map with all this extra gold. Let's check in on our scouts. Zushi Legacy. Let's see if he picks up this 2-pack of sheep here if he's not paying attention. He's going to grab one. There's two more. He's going to miss. That's unlucky. Let's check out his view. Looks like he ran by this area earlier. Those sheep just did a kind of an okey doke on him. You don't want to see that. It's unlucky. He is going to pick up one more before he heads back to his base, but you want to get more than that. It's not what you want to see. Check in on the Chinese scout. Play this map. There's usually not that many sheep here. Sometimes they'll go 3 spawned right in the middle. What a waste of time. By the time they get through all these trees, they're not going to be looking for sheep. They're going to be on farms already. Let's see what our Zushi player is going to go with here. It looks like he's going to put his meditation guard. He's going to get almost all of these berries, get this gold, pick up all of this wood, and I think just miss out on this stone. Does he clip the stone? We're going to have to wait and see here, but that is it's a good solid meditation gardens, but gosh, it's just so close to being tremendous. Our Ubid player is going to go with the military wing, and he's going to grab these raiders out early. And what do we have here? 8 villagers moving forward for the Chinese player. Where are they headed? It looks like he might be going with a Barbican rush here. Try to deny this berry patch and this gold. It's going to take a while to get over there. That's going to kill his economy early. So if our protagonists handle this, this is going to be a really detrimental to our Chinese player. And that is what he's going to do. He's going to try to throw down a Barbican. Let's see if our Ubid player spots it out. Looks like he wanted to put that Barbican down right here. He's going to get the raiders out in plenty of time to fight this off. Let's see how they handle this. He does have vision on the Barbican, and his raider is running across the map. Oh no. Does he not see? The Barbican is in clear view. Okay, he sees it now. He runs his raider over. He's got 8 guys on this. He's got to pull some vills. And start attacking these villagers. This Barbican is definitely going to get up for our Chinese player. He's going to attack the scout once. Let's see if he can kill a second villager before the Barbican gets up. But he's going to have to get out of here. He should have pulled those vills. He's going to have to get off this gold as well. And the Barbican comes up. Chinese player now throws his villagers in there. He did lose 2, but he is going to deny. He's going to kill a raider and then deny the rest of these berries. There's not too much left here, and then he's going to deny this gold. Yeah, he is going to deny the gold. You can't you can't mine that. So let's see where our Ayubid player goes. I think they're going to share this gold for the time being, as our Sushi player is going to throw down the Jiangnan Tower. And then the Chinese is going to start chopping their wood. A terrific Barbican that just a little bit of foresight and seeing it go up could have turned the tides here. Let's check in on the antagonist. We got the Grand Winery coming down on the berry patch for the Byzantine. Looks like he's not planning on getting any more stone for any more early cisterns. And then obviously we saw the Barbican, all of his effort went into that Barbican, so he is checking on his resources. He's pretty far behind, very low on gold, as he has no one gathering it, just relying on his Imperial official, who does have 40. Should have dropped it off, but instead is going to go back and supervise this mill. Not great macro coming in, but, you know, can't expect the world in Gold League Legends when you're Barbican rushing. Let's see how our protagonists deal with this. The Chinese scout is going to sit here, and he's just going to watch these guys share this gold. Got a couple idle villagers here. They're going to go over to wood. Byzantine player is just kind of... He's booming. He's just doing his thing. He's got a couple production buildings. He's going to get some horsemen out. He's got some hardened Lemetanai. And we have a raider going up. Maybe he's going to go put some pressure on the Chinese base, which is a good idea. You're just going to have to ignore this. Just ignore this Barbican for now and go put pressure on, because he has nothing to defend this wood line. You know, just take your raider and go do some damage while he's harassing you over here. Because you know he doesn't have units out because he spent all of his time putting up this Barbican. Let's see, we got a couple archery ranges. So 3 archery ranges coming down for our Sushi player. He's going to spot out that scout, but they're not really doing anything over here. Maybe wall off this side and then go to work on that Barbican when you have the time. Check in on the raid going on by our Ayubid player. He's just kind of circling around. He probably should head to this wood line. Here he is, coming into frame. This TC's got some range, but you know, he's a raider, so he can go into the bow version and just snipe from right here outside. But instead, he's just going to run to the back of the base. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I think he's just kind of worried about this. And archery range coming down for our Chinese player, and he's just spamming archers because it doesn't look like he's in the Song Dynasty yet, right? He only has the 1 landmark down. This is not really a raid. This is just running around doing nothing. And we have the Lemetanai and Horsemen in on our Zushi player. He does have a good amount of Jugunu out here. They're going to do very well against these light units, and then the Chinese player is going to put a tower down. So very aggressive playing by the Chinese player. He's probably going to lose some villagers here because this Jugunu is just going to do damage against them. He does have these 4 Jugunu back here. Needs to get them in the mass to start one-shotting. But he is going to pull them forward. 4 more coming in. He's got a lot of Jugunu here. It's going to really help out. Chinese player maybe a little too aggressive here in the early game. We're going to try to follow this. It looks like they are going to get 4 villagers out and just rally this Lemetanai to die. Not ideal. They're going to stop and chop this tree. That's going to cost them their lives. I'm not quite sure why they did that. Did our Ayubid raid end in disaster? Yes, it did, of course. Once again, he needed to be right outside the range of this TC and just shoot, but instead he, for whatever reason, ran his Desert Raider in between the 2 TCs. And the Sushi player is going to clean up this Byzantine raid very nicely. He did lose a couple villagers on the gold as he was a little late to react, but that was an efficient cleanup by our Sushi player. He's gonna want to pick up Steeled Arrow. That's gonna do wonders for his Jugunu. Give him a +3 as they fire 3 bolts at a time. Not smart by our Chinese player to not cancel that tower. You know, Gold League Legends, they're not gonna do great. And these archers are not gonna do well against the Jugunu of the Sushi player. He needs to get into Song Dynasty and get his own. Here he goes. Now he's finally getting into Imperial Academy, into the Song Dynasty, which will unlock these Jugunu. You don't want to be making archers when you could be making Jugunu. And let's check our Ayubid player taking advantage of his unique Civ ability to not have to research siege engineering. So he's going to get that ram up to try to deal with this Barbican right away. He has moved out to the deer, which is kind of unfortunate that he has the front deer. The antagonists both have back deer, which, you know, is a lot safer. Sushi had the back deer, but Ayubid not so lucky. And they're not going to deal with this scout. He has just been sitting here with these 4 sheep basically the entire game, just kind of scouting out. I'm not sure if he's doing much here. Yeah, he's seeing a little bit. It's the Barbican that's seeing the most, but he's at least seeing that no one's utilizing this area back here. He is going to see these 7 villagers come in to do nothing. Let's check in with our Ayubid player to see what these 7 villagers are doing, and they're going to move over here to do nothing. So from 1-0 to another nothing, that's what they're going to do. Our Ayubid player just needs to get these Gulams, stop building the rams, and just go kill these archers. Just go kill them. Another villager doing nothing. He is going to move over. Nice little walls coming up from our Sushi player until just block this off so they can deal with this Barbican. Finish the second ram, and you can just send these 2 rams in and kill these archers. It should be a pretty easy cleanup for our protagonist here. We have plenty of gold here. Maybe pick up some economic upgrades. And he's going to lose a villager trying to build a tower. I don't know why he's trying to put that tower down. That makes absolutely no sense while the Barbican is still here and these archers are protected by it. Just cancel that tower. Put down some production buildings. You know, get some guys off of gold. You have too much. Put them on food. You got plenty of and then he's going to lose some villagers on this berry bush, and he's not even going to notice. He's not going to take his... I believe this is the 7 that he had doing nothing over here. He's going to lose all 7, or just 6 until his teammate saves him. And here come the rams on the Barbican. Looks like our Byzantine player is going to take some space over here with a second TC, and he's going to move his army up. He does have Hoarding, Lamentinai, Javelin Throwers, and Horsemen, so he's making those Javelin Throwers to deal with the Jugunu. This Barbican will go down. No need to waste your units, which is nice for our protagonist. Moving out to this wood, even though you could probably chop this wood here, but they're going to wait until this Barbican goes down before they take the risk. Once again, our Ayubid player floating a lot of resources. It's not ideal, but maybe get on farms early because you have 600 wood and you don't have enough guys on food. You got to start pumping out these Gulams. I don't know why you're making a 3rd ram. Barbican's already dead. What are you doing? Barbican's dead. You don't need a 3rd ram. You're not going to attack their base, right? You're too far. You don't have the capability to right now. And the Barbican goes down before that 3rd ram even shows up. So, like I said, okay, he is going to go into farms, floating a ton of resources. Does he have a blacksmith? No? Okay, so with this 185 wood, I would throw down a blacksmith and try to get some upgrades. That's probably what our AU player needs to do. Big Jugunu mass here for our Sushi player. These javelins are going to do very well against the Jugunu, but none of these other units will. So with the mass he has, he should clean up this. He is going to lose a villager, maybe lose a 2nd villager, but he is going to chase these guys off, and then got to rebuild this wall. Checking on the other side. Yeah, these Gulams are going to chase down the Jugunu nicely. He kills the remaining Chinese buildings. Checking on the other side of the base, we have level 3 cistern coming in. Our Byzantine player will be going to castle. He's going to have to do something to deal with this massive Jugunu. He's going to have to get a Mangonel out on the field. Still chasing these Jugunu around. Going to lose a raider to a scout. That's embarrassing. Didn't need to put these 9 villagers in the base, in the TC. Your Gulams were handling that, but, you know, what are you going to do? Maybe you got... oh, wait, but we both have a lot of gold. 1,300 gold for our Ayyubid player. Not a single upgrade to show for it. Still doesn't have a barracks. Let's check in on our sushi player. No... well, he did get double broad axe, but no other eco upgrades. He did get these upgrades in the blacksmith, which is nice. Scout, just kill the scout. You can get a surround here with your villagers and kill that scout. He is going to get away, but a village down here, yeah, that doesn't shoot arrows, so get those guys out and start chopping this wood. Not a huge wood line back here. A lot of times you see bigger wood here, but now that this Barbican's down, you can start chopping this wood, right? That's the safest wood you got here. Let's see where that happened. Gold. Here's your secondary gold. You just go back here. Or try to take space. You got Jugunu out here. They're securing this area. You got 1,200 wood. Maybe put a secondary wood wall, and then you got this big gold, this big stone, and you're feeling pretty good. Let's check in on our Ayyubid player. He's finally thrown down a blacksmith. He's got to try to maybe get these upgrades. Let's check in on him. He doesn't have enough resources because he has no wood. So that's interesting. This villager is doing nothing. This villager is doing nothing. Not our best macro from our Ayyubid player. He does have these 3 rams though, so that third one was very important to take down the Barbican. These villagers are going to run out of food. He needs to take some space out on the map. Like the Chinese player on all this deer over here, he's probably going to go to this deer next. It's not looking too great for our protagonist early. That Barbican really slowed them down and kind of threw them off their game. We have a lot of javelin throwers over here, but 6 is not going to do anything against 54 units, 45 Jugunu, and 9 palace guards now. So our sushi player, he can take this fight, and he'll win the fight. Let's check in on his resources. He's got enough for 2 rams. He can just take down this second TC with ease. More javelin throwers coming in with a cataphract on the field, I believe, right? Yeah. And these palace guards are going right in on the javelin throwers. Good micro here from our protagonist. This cataphract is going to be tough, but he is going to take down these javelin throwers. Good use of his different separate units. The cataphract goes down, and the javelin throwers are just getting cleaned up by these palace guards. He does get enough resources to go castle here, but let's see if he just tries to pump out more units. Interesting timing to pull your units away from the fight as you're fighting. He's got to get these. He's got to get these guys back on this tower or on the TC, or just pull off. Just pull off, right, and finish these rams, and then go back in. Get out of the range of the tower. Get out of the range of the TC. I think there's a little bit of an oversight. He didn't want these guys to go so far. They were chasing those villagers, and these guys are gonna meet their demise over under this tower. He just now finally realizes he's gonna get some good value killing some traders, but he can just back these Jugunu out until they take down this tower and the TC. And it looks like we had 2 armies running right past each other. Not sure what our Ayyubid player thinks he's going to accomplish with his 3 rams and 23 units, but he did just run right past. Oh boy, these 8 horsemen in one night are going to go into his wood line and just destroy his eco. That was really bad. That's you don't want to see it. That's tough to see. Ran his entire army right past. And now the sushi player, he's going to lose his wood villagers as well. Oh, it's not what you want to see. It's tough to watch as our sushi player is doing his best over here to take down this second base. That TC is going to go down. He is going to lose basically his entire army for it. But you know, he's got the 2 TCs back home, I believe. Correct? Yeah, he's got 2 TCs back home, so he's booming. He won't feel the effects of this raid nearly as much as our Ayubid player will. But oh boy, you don't want to see that. Maybe honestly, just 14 resources worth of a wall stops that entire raid. And he's going to send his 16 villagers back over there before the raid is even over. Finally, some spears out on the map to deal with these horsemen. And it looks like our Byzantine player is going to go into full heavy Varangian guards and cataphracts. Expect to see some crossbows out for our protagonists. Sushi player already has all of the archery ranges down, so he's got 9 archery ranges around the map. So look to see him. He is still spamming the Jugunu, and there come the crossbows later. So one thing I like about playing Chinese or sushi is that those Jugunu and crossbow look very similar. So it's very hard for these Gold League legends to micro into each unit. I'm not sure what these 3 Jugunu are doing. Maybe they're just trying to gather some information. It looks like they're queued all the way back here, but there's no gate, so they're running around the map. They're gonna try to go all the way around the map to get here. And we finally see a wood wall coming up where I said, not sure why he's wasting the resources to put it over here. Like, this is literally just 14 resources. Boom, 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 right? Maybe 21 resources. He's gonna do the longer wall. That's okay. Let's see how long it takes our Zushi player to realize, 1, that he hasn't finished this wall, and 2, that he's going to need a gate in order to move his guys through. Here come the crossbows. Let's see how many barracks he has. He does have 3. He's going to want to get this upgrade, or at least get the spearmen out of the map. He needs something to tank the damage. He does have the 9 palace guards here, another reason to get that upgrade. He's got plenty of food. Maybe you got to throw down a market and start trading their resources. A nice wood wall across here would do wonders for our Ayubid player. And there it goes. Good timing. Like I said, he was going to grab this this deer from our Ayubid player. Now we're just kind of in a boom off, right? We had some fights earlier. We had this second TC went down. He built it right back up. Very interested in getting this gold with a TC. He's going to move his units forward. Let's look at this. 33 units, 11 javelin throwers, 1 horseman, and then 21 heavy units. So the javelin throwers are going to be an issue. We're going to need some nest of bees out on the map. And it looks like he just put down the siege workshops. Hasn't queued a nest of bees yet. He does have the resources for one. And there it is. He's going to queue up a nest of bees to deal with these javelin throwers, because the javelin throwers are going to do work against his Jugunu and crossbows. So let's see how he works. Yeah, he's going to need to put a different rally point on these barracks so that they don't spawn next to the barracks, right? He built that gate. That guy's tired, so he's going to do some other stuff. He's got to throw down some houses. He is pop capped. Let's see, he's got 92 villagers. That second TC has been booming the whole time for him. That's really nice. Compared to his teammate who has 48 villagers. He lost plenty in the wood line. Maybe he should throw down a second TC, but it looks like he hasn't touched his stone yet. Yeah, when you lose that many villagers 20 minutes into the game, you're going to want to throw down a second TC and get back up, because this guy's got 72, and the Byzantine player is working on 59. Not quite sure how he only has 59. He had a second TC the majority of the game, and when it went down, he boomed it right back up, right? So he should be closer to 70 or 80. Our sushi player doing his best. Great farm transition here. He's got a third granary he could throw down, maybe right here or right here. Get these farms. Yeah, and these are the money-making farms right here, right? Because the the bonus gather rate stacks for these granaries. So these 6, 9, 10, 11, these are the farms that give you the best, and he doesn't have any villagers on them. It looks pretty, but it's not being utilized to its fullest extent. Looks like the Lancers are in for the Chinese, and our Ayubid player is too slow. He's got Desert Raiders. He needs Camel Lancers. I've had this conversation with him in the past. Yes, he's going to put some Camel unease on these guys, but the Raiders they're not it right now in Castle. He needs the Lancers. He's got to tell his teammate, hey, there's 13 Lancers coming to your base. Bring your spears. And it looks like he did. He's going to bring his spears over. I like the horseman play for the javelin throwers. And our Byzantine player is just, oh, this is not going to be good. These Lancers are going to come right in on these farms. Here they come. And they're so elusive. They just keep running past these armies. And they're going to get right on these farms. This is not going to be good for our Zushi player. Let's count it. 1 villager, 2 villagers. That's a 3rd villager that goes down. A 4th. And these they gotta get on these farms. They're fighting the Desert Raiders that are doing nothing, absolutely nothing. And we're gonna lose a good amount of villagers here. Here come the spears, and just a ton of idle time for our Zushi player. He's just chasing him around, and his teammates just standing here. So luckily, these Lancers are gonna run right back into his spears. Yeah, that's not ideal. So let's see if... Oh, here come the... Say it with me here, the Hierosophons. They're coming in on the Zushi's walls. He does have plenty of resources to go Imperial, but right now he needs to pump units. I mean, he only got 18 population left over, but he's got to get his workers back on these farms. He has 48 on wood. That's probably too many. Get them on your farms. I mean, you have plenty of resources. Start kicking out units. Right? Let's look at his units. He only has Nest of Bees queued up. He needs to just start mass queuing up from every resource building he has. Let's see how this fight goes. Javelin throwers are doing work here. Camel Rider up in the back. Not sure why he made a Camel Rider. We have seen no cavalry for our protagonists here. These Camel Riders are kind of worthless. 3 Nest of Bees. Got to start teeing off on these Javelin throwers. Let's see. As we still play Ring Around the Rosie with the Ayubid player. That's ridiculous. Looks like only... Okay, we have Juganu and Crossbowmen here. These Nest of Bees, we got to get those into the fight. These Javelin throwers would be toast if we got these Nest of Bees into the fight. Oh, that's just unfortunate. It looks like we got some trade going, and we're trying to fill these farms back up. But oh my goodness, this fight is so different if we have these 3 Nest of Bees in there earlier. We got some Lancers coming out for our Zushi player. Unfortunately, the Mangonel is going to come in. Here's one. Watch this. These Nest of Bees, they're going to wipe everything. The entire army wiped in a couple volleys. Although they're going to look over here. Oh, man, the Nest of Bees. This would have changed the entire tide of the fight. He could have just wiped this entire army so fast, but instead, the Nest of Bees are late getting into the fight, and he's going to lose almost his entire army here. He is down to 40 military. Looks like he lost about 15, 16 villagers. But the Byzantine is going to lose his whole military as well. So we have the eco to boom faster. I know he's kicking himself for getting these Nest of Bees into the fight too late. And here come the Ayubids. Perfect timing. Yeah, so showing up late, that's pretty hilarious. And here comes a keep on the wood line. All this wood is gone, so you just got to get out of here, right? Get out of here, stonewall it off, and Ayubid player is going to fight. Villager on villager violence. He's going to take down one villager as the Chinese just tries to throw more villagers at this keep. He's got 92, so he's going to use about 30 of them to get this keep down. I don't really know what our Ayubid player is trying to accomplish here. This keep is going to get up, and he might just throw away 26 villagers here. And there goes the keep. 2 villagers go down. And our Zushi player just kind of tanks it for him. 3 villagers go down. A 4th villager goes down. And here comes the army through the gut. They got to throw a wall up, quick. Quickly get a wall up. Here comes the second keep. Just quickly get a wall up. Oh man, the Chinese player is missing a golden opportunity here. Just miss. Here comes the wall. Get everyone out of here. You don't fight this. Just put the wall up. Stop sending your guys in to die. It's 2 keeps in the middle. Just golden opportunity by the Sushi player wasted. Just golden opportunity. Could have came in and absolutely destroyed the base of the Ayyubid player. Let's check in on the Ayyubid player, see how many production buildings he has. 7 barracks. He needs to get this upgrade here, right? Because seeing a lot of lancers out of the Chinese player. And we have dueling walls. Chinese player probably doesn't need... Oh, it's the Great Wall Gatehouse. So the middle of the map has effectively been taken by the Chinese player. Not sure why he gave up on this gatehouse. He had it. It was fine. They weren't threatening it at all. Got a little bit of a fight here. Nice keep up on these big mines by our Zushi player. He's going to take down some units. The Zushi player looks like he's been faring fairly well against the Byzantine player, winning some fights, losing some fights. We do wish, once again, we got those nested bees in the fight a little bit earlier. But the Ayyubid player is having a tough time with the Chinese, and these nested bees, oh, they're wiping everything. It's all gone. In just one volley, it wiped them all. And these are clock tower nested bees, right? So they have the extra health. Yeah, our Ayyubid player is going to lose it all. He's going to lose every little bit of it. We're going to get this gate up, and we're going to get our villagers out of here. But our Ayyubid player, he's down to 34 military. I don't even know where it is. But he does have a... Okay, I thought there was going to be a stone wall over here. This is a double wood wall. Interesting play by our Ayyubid player. No gate on this front end wall, so they're stuck there, right? And now our Chinese player is going to rebuild this stone wall and probably put the gatehouse there as well. It'd be nice if our Ayyubid player, you know, made a stable, just one stable. Or just a couple more barracks, you know, get units out there faster. Make one stable, get a couple camel lancers, maybe even a gate here, and boom, you're right on the farms. The Chinese player has nothing protecting any of his resources. He also has 20 villagers doing nothing, right? Because he mined that gold. But we're focused on the middle, and here comes the Great Wall Gatehouse. He canceled it there so we could build it up closer. This is not looking good for our protagonists. They're gonna do their damnedest to fight here, but with our Zushi player fighting this army over here, and our Ayyubid player having 37 military, it is not looking good. Plenty of gold in the bank, and no upgrades, right? He's got the gulams, but he's not getting upgrades for them. Indefensible. I can't really tell you what he's doing. And our Sushi player is going to throw some villagers in there by accident. Let's see if he has his TCs rallied to there from earlier. Yeah, it looks like he has his TCs rallied to the wood. But I think we're just holding on by a thread here. But once again, this Great Wall is not gonna wipe your base, right? So if you just throw some raids down here, but if you look at our view, I mean, we haven't been over here in God knows how long, right? Nice little crossbow Jugunu up the middle. Not sure how they got through. That'd be interesting to go watch the replay and see how they got over here. But we got royal cannons out on the map. These Springhalls gotta get into action here. And there goes the keep. Not ideal. The writing seems to be on the wall here. These Springhalls are going to go down as the Byzantine micro hits his army away. I don't know how much army we have here. We have 70. We lost a lot of villagers. Not sure where we lost so many villagers. Oh, I mean, I guess on that wood line we did lose a bunch. And a bunch more are going to go down. And I think the writing's on the wall here for our protagonists. They got under pressure early with this Barbican and they never really recovered. They were always on the back foot. It's not ideal. At least we have 31 production buildings for our sushi player, while our AOE player has 7. Right, 7. We're 40 minutes into the game. We have 7 production buildings. It's not what you want to see. Here comes a keep down. He's going to steal the rest of his gold. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a GG here coming in from our protagonist. The Chinese player, I mean, kill the wall. What are you doing? I don't understand. He's gonna put up a lumber camp and get the rest of these 9 trees. So good value there. Yeah, I don't know why we're making the rams here. I mean, I guess he wants to take down the Great Wall, but this one's over. A tough game for our protagonist, just on the back foot the whole time. Dealt well with the Barbican. I mean, they ignored it, got the gold they needed, and then took it down. But a couple mistakes here and there, a couple fights that didn't go the way that they wanted them to, and yeah, that was the difference. Don't want to bring it up too many times, but those nest of bees, if they were just in the fight 20 seconds earlier, I think our sushi player has a much better time. Then he can help out the AOE player with the Chinese and just kind of win the war in the middle. Chinese player a little too passive. This game's over, man. You got to just go. Attack these walls with the gatehouse, with the nest of bees, and get in there. Try to help your teammate. You're just sitting there doing nothing. And, you know, this is hilarious. Let's just take a quick look at this. Double wood wall. Right next to this gold that hasn't really been collected much. Pretty hilarious stuff coming in from the Gold League Legends today. There's our sushi player. Yeah, he doesn't even have anything left. I'm surprised he's not quitting. We're going to ride this one out to the end, folks. But we don't quit until our guys quit. Check in on the Ayub. He's got 25 island villagers. Let's see where they are. They got the rest of that wood. 5,000 gold here, and not an upgrade to be fucking seen. I mean, why are you even mining gold? Yeah, it hasn't gotten this upgrade either. Yeah, not getting these upgrades either. That's what the gold is for. The upgrades. I don't know why you mine gold if not to get the upgrades. But who am I to judge, right? You play the game the way you want. And there goes our first surrender. And oh, the Chinese wants to play. Yeah, he finally got through. Look at that. He's on the attack, just doing his thing. Not a spearman, one spearman. But not only did our Ubid player not make any crossbows, he didn't make any archery ranges. So a severe lack of counter units on the field. And that'll do it for our Gold League Legends today. If you have a Gold Leaguer in your life that you would want me to make fun of their gameplay, leave a comment below. Thanks for stopping by.